Kubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Ka nong 18 jong ka All India Congress Committee ka unika Mehrotra kalaong baka jingle jong ka BJP ban Wanrah ka Women's Reservation Bill ka datang ka Jingpynbiej namar ka Ilekshon kalajan. Haba keren sikila patay kubor ha Congress Bhavan mentakasngi ka unika kalaong baka Women's Reservation Bill ka day ka Wanrah nengkong de ka seng Congress Henry Kimshim lala banyo ay ka Jingmenjor hapo ka Lok Sabha House nem arajar shipho. Nakaliang gini kan nong ilam kala kenturi ika sarkar pedeng man pentri kamno iya gini ka bil lada ka jingpmu jongki ka day ka bakida terang shisha kala bo jingkeliru ika BJP halor ka Jingpynbiej ai ha gini ki ndai snem siteng halor ka ni ka mat shisho kala penpauru ika Jingpynbiej ngoya ha bat ka jingdon kam ban pet benya bah haswa ban ya shakmat khanang bakinam mi kino ki jing hadin hapo.
Friends, you are aware of the fact of the Women Reservation Bill, or shall I call it the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam. The nomenclature has changed, but nothing beyond that. So that is the focus of the day, where we want to highlight as to how the bill was taken up by the Congress Party way back through Rajivji's time from 1989. It was his dream to give reservation to the women. That's how we felt the empowerment could be complete if they are politically active and they play a vital role in the society. Women are the major, I can say, they put in the major input in the economy of the country, and if they are empowered, I think the whole economy runs in a better format, and we see a more flourished society. Nevertheless, it all began in 1989 when Rajivji, of course, came up with the 33 reservation, and it was followed up by our PM PV Narasimha. And then when 33 reservation was given, and then in 2010, when Sonaji and our Dr. Manmohan Singh were in power, and Dr. Manmohan Singh's cabinet came up with the Women Reservation Bill. It was passed in the Rajya Sabha, and in the Lok Sabha the consensus was not made, and unfortunately could not get cleared. Over the years, the party kept on writing to the present regime as to the bill should be passed, as it's already passed in the Rajya Sabha, and Bharatiya Janata Party, as you know, made tall claims. They said, बहुत हुआ महिलाओं पे अत्याचार अब की बार. Then they said, बेटी बचाओ, बेटी पढ़ाओ. All those slogans came in from them. And well, we felt that the Bharatiya Janata Party should live up to what they have said. Madam Sonia wrote to the Prime Minister 2016, 2017. There were continuous correspondence from the Congress Party to put pressure on the present regime to get the bill cleared. But nothing came by far till the last lap after 9.5 years. And as you have seen, the nomenclature has been changed. And a lot of glorification has been done on the Women Reservation Bill. And the bill is passed. We are obviously very happy that women are going to get the reservation. You must have read the bill. The clause that they are put in are two very dangerous clauses which cannot be fulfilled in the present coming General Election 2024. It has the clause of delimitation, it has the part of census, that until those two things are clear, the bill cannot be, actually the women cannot get the power to contest. So the whole idea behind this is defeated. You have come after 9.5 years. Why, may I ask? Why were you not interested in clearing it in the first shot? You spoke about women reservation, and you claim that, and it's a fact that majorly women have, voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party. And when you see that the women have voted for you, what was the delay? Why didn't you do it in the first go? You had both the authority and the numbers. Then why did you delay it? And then when you came up with a special session. And helter-skelter, you just came out bill. It was not even discussed with the other parties. Didn't even go to standing committee, but it was cleared. We stand by the bill. We said that we stand by the bill. But these two things, in a way, is a hurdle to ensure that the women get the reservation. So that's why we are here. We want to speak to the media and ensure that this goes, rightly to the women community. Because you see, when the Bharatiya Janata Party has realized that election around the corner, a jumla is there. They are mastermind in creating such kind of jumlas, but this hasn't gone well with the women. They have realized that you just say things for the sake of saying it and not doing it actually. This bill, because of the cap in the census, cannot be done before 2026, and then the delimitation and then the census. So it's a long passage still for the bill to be cleared. So this is kind of a jumla, and we don't want the women of this. And Bharatiya Janata Party thinks that they can fool the people of the country on and on. They have done it in 2014 and year consecutive year now again. So the narrative of the whole election is what they are working around. But they fail to understand that by giving 200 off in the gas cylinder, they think they've done charity on the women. No, they have not. It was not well taken by the women again. They knew very well that if they do not come up with anything concrete for the women, they will lose their women voters. Be it unemployment, be it the price rise, be it crime against women, everything. It is just haywire. So I think everybody is so sick and tired of the present regime that it's absolutely sure that the debacle is very near. And this is what has caused them to come up with the bill. So it should not be an eyewash activity. It should have been very concrete. It should have been implemented right away. And this is what the Congress party demanded. As far as the implementation is concerned, there were a few questions raised by the Congress as to why it took them so long, 9.5 years, to actually get the bill, knowing very well that they could have cleared it. So I feel, and we all feel, that it's a post-dated check which has gone to a failed bank, which will never be encashed. So the need of the hour is that the Congress party wants that the bill should be implemented immediately, because once it's cleared in the Rajya Sabha, it doesn't lapse. It can be taken up in the same manner and to be cleared. If you're not interested in doing right now, then if you're doing census, there should be a caste census also. As Rahulji said, that this is how we'll know what is the division of the people of this country here. Accordingly, their right should be given. Everybody has the right to be a part of empowerment. So that should be implemented. And I think it is a huge betrayal of the hopes of millions of women in this country. 50% of this population has always been deprived. And by doing this, I think they have curtailed their future ahead. So this is the whole scenario, and I think because of the debacle that they think they are going to face, which is a fact, in fact, when you go and speak to the common people anyway, in the entire country, they are not in favor of Bharatiya Janata Party because they know what they've been doing, except India. So these delays, and undue, unwarranted delays by the Bharatiya Janata Party goes to say that they are just not serious on this issue. So that is the whole idea of talking to you and bringing out the pointers, the fine prints of the bill, which the BJP thinks that they can go ahead and speak and lure the women of this country. I think they are sadly mistaken. The women of the country are not fooled. They understand the logic and the purpose behind it. Once they said 15 lakh आएंगे आपके account में. All right, we felt the jumla. At least I have not got. Maybe you have got it. Okay, we accept as a jumla. Then 2 crore jobs. So the concept went on and on. When they came up with the farmers' bill, the 3 lakh kanun, they had to withdraw, but they came up with it. At midnight, they come and declare the GST. So they can do all those things and can pass all those laws. Why couldn't they pass the women reservation bill? Just changing the nomenclature to Nari, Shakti, Vandan, Adhiniyam, I think the purpose is not achieved. Has a delimitation been done? Which seat will they contest from? So this is what has to be told to them. And they are understanding this. It's just a farce. It's nothing but a farce. where they are trying to show an impact that the bill has been passed and the party has done it. Whereas the Congress was the champion for this. Late Shri Rajiv Gandhi started it, and we got it done in the Panchayat also. Did the BJP participate in that? No, they objected it. The leaders like Advani ji, Jingpynbiej ji, and others, Jashwant Sinha, they all objected to it. So this was the mindset. Tell me how many women are there in RSS? None. So let not BJP fool the women of this country. They know very well that is only an election eyewash optic, and which thing they are going to encash it. They're sadly mistaken, because women of this country have realized it's just an eyewash. It's a distant dream. The passage already took us so many years, and now further delay. So that means the purpose was not achieved. If there had not been any delay, we would have realized, yes, the intent and the vision is very clear, and the hand-holding with women has started. But no, it isn't. It is just an eyewash, and there's no surety when are you going to do the census, and when will you then ahead start the delimitation. They were in power.
What was stopping Congress?
We couldn't make the consensus. Yeah, it was not there. We accept the fact. But the efforts was there. Here, very much they are in power. Very much they have the authority in both the houses. Still then, why the ifs and buts? So your answer, the answer lies in your question. So the ifs and buts in it, had it be a clear passage, yes, the bill will be implemented right from the day it has been passed. Because it can be. As I said, it is in the Rajya Sabha and it is in labs. It could have been just implemented in the same format. So why did you put these hurdles? Just to obstruct the women of not being eligible in the 2024 elections? I very categorically said that we stand for the bill. That no two ways about it, that we are objecting to it. We are very much for it, because we, irrespective of parties in power, the women should get the share. And that is the focus behind the intent. But if you are going to have ifs and buts, we want amendments in it. Now that the bill is not being implemented, why can't you have the amendments? So the Congress party very categorically said, reservation for overseas women is what they are looking for. And you know, if it's the delimitation census is a poor excuse. You cannot fall back on these two excuses. You could have done it in 2024, and the numbers are not increasing anyway. If you are increasing the number of seats, then we understand delimitation census. When the seats are going to remain same, they could have just done it 2024, and then maybe later the amendments could have been done. So the point is that when the real intention is not there, and if they feel that by creating a kind of a wave, which they are expert at, they will not achieve their purpose this time. People of this country know that they have come up with all sorts of lame excuses. Imagine the Prime Minister has not spoken a word on what happened in Manipur. And then you talk about women atrocity and women suraksha. On the dais of when he was addressing the country, he said women priorities are important and they should be given that more respect. Look what you're doing, women wrestlers, where the way they are brutally treated in Delhi. And Bhushan Sharma was right behind, passing the bill. Is that how you prove yourself that you are working with women empowerment? No, it isn't. It is a hypocrisy, complete hypocrisy on the part of Bharatiya Janata Party. And the people of the women of the country will expose them this time. And the whole purpose, the whole point was to get the women voters, they know largely voted for them. That's there for all of us to see. And they were losing the grip on the women voters. Their children are not getting jobs. They are not being secured. Look at the price rise. And the finance minister says that I don't eat garlic. Is that an excuse for price rise? I'm sorry. What about the women and child minister, Smriti Irani? Where are you? You came with all the cylinders and all that when the gas rate went up. Where are you now? So the women who were there should stand up, and they should be one saying to the Prime Minister, no, Mr. Prime Minister, if we represent the women of this country, we want the bill to be passed. None uttered a word. You call the actresses in the parliament, but where is the President of India? Why was she not invited? Is this how you respect women? These are the major questions we are asking, and these are the questions the women of this country are asking. They have ample opportunity to fulfill it. And the Adani issues is what they want to deviate from. And that's why they come up with these kind of issues. Now you can't ride on an issue which is so dear to the heart of the women, and then dupe them and then leave them in a farce. So the Congress always championed for it, and stands committed no matter what. And that is the reason why the coalition has been done, to eradicate, to remove this kind of party which is in power, which believes in division, which believes in caste wars and stuff like that. And this will not be entertained in India. We stand united, we are a secular country, and we believe in the constitution. But the various issues, I mean, if you start from the jobs that they promised, the price rise, to any factor for that matter, if they can, come up with the midnight rules and regulations, they could have done that. And it's evidently clear from what is happening around. The Prime Minister remains tight-lipped on Manipur. The Prime Minister remains tight-lipped on the restless. You are entertaining such people. Look what Ramesh Biduri said in the Parliament. Is those words befitting? Have you not all heard those words? You think people of this country will forgive them for what they have done? You can't divide the country. You can't betray this country. You come on a big saffron, big agenda, but you do just the opposite. It's very much clear that they have failed in all spheres. Whatever promises they have made, they have failed. You start from the slogans. बहुत हुआ महंगाई की मार अब की बार, बहुत हुआ महिला में अत्याचार अब की बार, मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, करिए ना. You're so competent, you're so capable, please go ahead and do it, prove it. He said, एक अकेला सब पे भारी. Haven't you seen all those images in the Parliament? Is that the body language this country wants to know? Come forward and please do it. You're getting the actresses there, you're getting all sorts of women there. The President is not eligible to be there for a very eminent bill that you believe that you have done. You have not done any charity to on us. It is a duty. You are duty bound to give it to the women in this country. Where were you for 9.5 years? If you're so much concerned. This is the whole narrative of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Every time a narrative can't work. Each time they come up with new thing and they spread like wildfire. Their WhatsApp university is very good at that. But it's also, not being really entertained by the normal public. Economy has got a boost when women are in power. You see, they invest either in the children in education or in the household. So if they are empowered, the whole country is in a better position.